we yet to think about the same?
Yeah, we have in life we have so many ideas that are not used. So it's about coming together, and if you can have an idea, then make it into use. And I believe it's a noble cause for us, and we are so happy as a Kenyan Footballers Welfare Association, because it's part of our mission. Beside maybe helping just a Kenyan player, we also doing education as an organization. So it's part of our vision and mission to make sure that if you want to move forward, it's not just about football, but because remember, even a footballer, we have life after football. So
yes.
That's why also we are coming up with a program with the Riara University to make sure that maybe those guys who are willing to go back to school and maybe get some knowledge, we are ready to support them. So when these guys came on board and came with an idea that we can do this, then we were all in. We didn't have a second thought about it.
Before we deal with how the tournament will be like here in Kenya or all over the world, how are people affected with lupus?
In Kenya.
Use that one.
Use the other. Yeah.
Okay. Currently, worldwide or even Kenya, we don't have like accurate data of how many patients are infected with lupus, but it's believed like in the recent data that we got from Lupus Foundation of America,
yeah.
It's believed like 5 million people, Americans, are living the lupus.
Yeah.
That's the data we can get from America.
Yeah. And then Wanja, I've got this burning question, because when I was doing my research about lupus, I understood that this is a disease that does not have a cure. So how do you live with it? How do you live with this disease?
Actually, it's true. So far, it doesn't have a cure, so it's managed. That means you have to live on medication all your life. It's actually mostly a disease for women. It mostly affects women in the childbearing ages, that's 15 to 45. But I know quite a number of men with the same. Actually, it affects men more than women in terms, like if it has affected a man and a woman, the man looks more sick always than the woman.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
so it's just manageable. You have to live on medication full time, and the medication is quite expensive because nobody has ever said, can the government maybe do something about the medication? So it's quite expensive. You may spend even 3 Gs in a day on medication only.
wow.
Yes.
And considering the current economic crunch, 3 Gs in a day, it's quite expensive amount of money. Of course, this is the touchline on Y254. My name is Maxwell Wasike. Robert Osoro is still with me, and joining me on set is James Situma, Tusker FC captain, alongside Nick Kimathi, a man who is actively involved in matters Fight Lupus Kenya, and Wanja Kamau, the event, rather initiative organizer as well. I'm talking about the tournament marked for next month at Utalii grounds, and reliably informed several teams have confirmed participation. Maybe James, what are the eligibility requirements for a team that is interested to take part?
You have to do the registration, that's all, because we believe if you want to help those who are affected also, we have to have something to go to the kitty, so that if anyone comes up to wants help, then the Kim, they're in a position to lend a hand. So we have the registration, and I think he'll give you the contacts, those guys who are involved in the tournament, to make sure that you are sorted, so that if you have a team come on that day, then you are good to go.
So there is no serious formality as regards to participation, or rather requirements that one has to meet for him to come up with a team that would take part.
If it's just about registration. It's a 7-a-side tournament, so if you can manage to get 7 guys, then you are good to go. You can contact us and maybe do the registration. We want so many teams because we want numbers. You never know, maybe during that tournament someone will come up and say maybe he or she is affected, and we can help on that day.
So it is a competition that is open to the public, and
exactly.
the teams that are open for the public. But have you engaged your colleagues in the Kenya Premier League so that we can get 7 aside from Gor Mahia, 7 aside from Tusker, so that everybody can make noise about it?
No, we didn't want to make it be that more serious, because if you involve KPL players, then it's that serious, because the competitiveness of the.
It is sort of entertainment
exactly.
and fun.
So we believe we want those guys who are not maybe who are not playing football as much to come and have fun and enjoy. But still, we will have some few KPL players involved. We want them to be there. We want to do something whereby maybe if you want like me to play for your team, you have to buy me. Maybe after one game, exactly.
Yes.
After one game, maybe if you want also to play for your team, the highest bidder will win.
Considering my football prowess, I'm coming up with a team and I will be the captain.
Yeah,
We want to win the championship.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
in terms of registration, James has talked about it in
Yeah.
a sneak preview. Maybe much details about registration and
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
the
sure.
number of teams that have already confirmed participation so far.
The registration, we have two categories, corporates and normal teams. These are my fans and all those Zamta. Corporates registration is 20,000. Then Team Zamta 5,000. Team Zamta, I mean like if you have 5 friends, you'd say like you want to register for the tournament, you pay 5,000. Then if it's corporate team, you come in as a corporate, you pay 20,000. Yeah. Then so far we have like more than 10 teams that have confirmed they are going to participate. We're targeting that 2 teams, so we have like 22 spots remaining.
Good
And
stuff.
what is the end game of Fight Lupus Kenya? Past using sports as a way of awareness, what other measures are you using to make sure that the disease is known out there for many people?
Okay. Fight Lupus Kenya, we started this year. So one of our key strategic areas was creating partnership with other organizations. That's why we created partnership with CAFA. We also trying to create a partnership with other organizations so that we can create awareness. Because the key area that's maybe behind right now is the creating awareness. Because a lot of people don't know about lupus out there.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe the other people, maybe in the families, or maybe they're just hiding themselves because no one is talking about lupus. We want to get them. Right now we have a group of maybe more than 300, but that's within our circle. We need to go out of our circle and get more because we believe there are more. Because last month we just did a random data collection from 6 hospitals around Nairobi. Then we got like 2,000 patients have lupus in around Nairobi.
Yeah.
So we're thinking we need to get more. We need because normally every month we should normally have groups where we meet the patients. They encourage each other. Yeah. We just hear stories from different patients, how their story has been. Yeah, we need to encourage each other.
It's a very sad scenario here in Kenya for that disease. Me personally, I can attest, I never knew about that disease until I got the email from my co-host here talking about the disease. Wanja, Stumacol, you're a warrior. What can you tell the young Kenyans outside there who have this disease about coming out and talking about the disease, in that you don't want to live alone in the cocoon that you are in?
Okay, first of all, it's not easy to go out there and start telling people you have lupus because you get judged a lot. Most people even start touching you like, so what am I not supposed to do to you now that you have lupus? And it's sad because I'm normal. Maybe I'm a little bit sick sometimes, not always, because there are times when I'm fine, other times I'm very sick. So I'd ask them to just try go out there and talk about lupus and make their relatives and families understand what lupus is and how to deal with it. And by doing that, you encourage somebody else who's not sure how to deal with it. It took me at least 5 years to talk about lupus. That's because I didn't know who to tell and how to tell them. I got into depression. Many people do. We also have another big issue with lupus, which is misdiagnosis.
Yes.
Everybody that I know of has been misdiagnosed at least twice or thrice. It took me an year to get a correct diagnosis. It took somebody else 5 years to get the correct diagnosis. So just go out there, talk about it, tell somebody. You never know, maybe that that person may be having the symptoms of lupus and they don't know. They're just seated at home being hidden somewhere. I also found that most parents are hiding their children because they think it's witchcraft or something. Because when it attacks the joints, most people it attacks the joints, so you can't move, you can't do anything. So the parent decides to hide the kid because there's nothing much I can do about it, uchawi and such stuff. So just go out there, talk about it, let somebody know, I believe after this we are planning to do other activities, maybe walks and runs and other activities, just to engage the community, let them know about it.
Wow, thank you. Situmo,
Yes.
lastly, careful mnaendeleaje bana? Are you good at everything that you are doing?
Yeah, we are fine. I believe within a year we have really done a lot, and we are planning to do more because we believe if we want to make a lot of change in Kenyan football,
Yes.
it starts with the player. You know, most of the times the management have always neglected the player, the main actor. So we believe we want to come up with something to make sure that in future Kenyan players, if you are playing here locally, you are getting good money, and you plan for your life after football, because most of the times after football napata na mchezaji tao nisaidie 20 bob, of which mpaka inafanya even myself nakuwa worried. So I'm a player, and I'm in a better position to do some changes. And Kenya Footballers Welfare Association is a big organization, and we have big plans in place, and within a year, 2 years to come, I'm telling guys to watch this space. We'll be doing something great.
And James, talking about advocating for the welfare of players, I happened to sit down with former Harambee Stars goalkeeper who is in the knowledge of public domain, Abbas Mohammed, and I engaged him on, you know, what we've seen several veteran former players, you know, crying to the government and other football stakeholders to come to their rescue in terms of, you know, or financial tribulations. Do you think that should be something of the past, talking with regards to the current crop of players going forward?
I believe before you start maybe saying maybe the government can do something, it starts with yourself. I believe so. And what has been the main undoing from the former footballers is just like they don't love one another. And I believe if they could have come together earlier, they can come up with something. Because if you want to, okay, before the government helps or someone helps you, you have to come together as a group, maybe share ideas to make sure that you want some change. But they are not together, and everyone talks for himself. So I believe for the current players, we want to bring that unity to make sure that I need you, you need me. And if you want to move forward, we have to work together, because as a person I can't do much. And I believe if we come together as a team, as a group, that's good. And at the moment we have numbers as the association. We have like almost 1.5 players, Kenyan players, both KPL, NSL, and the Women League. So that's a good number, and we believe we are on the right track, and we are planning so many things to do. And in future, we want to see even the women, if they play football, they have to earn something, because at the moment Women League doesn't have a sponsorship, and that's a really concern for us. You have to play football, and maybe they have families, they have kids. So if you are going back home, you have something to go and maybe buy milk for your kid. But at the moment there's nothing. So how can we change that? So it's about sitting down and coming up with ideas to make sure that we have some changes.
And finally, of course, you have some huge fan following, especially at the grassroots. Considering what's happening politically, maybe you can speak to them and address them and give them your word with regards to way forward and what they should do at the expense of what they are doing right now. Finally, as we wind up,
I talk about politics of sport.
No, just some inspiring message to youth outside there who have seen you play, and probably they draw inspiration from you.
What I can say is it's always a journey with ups and downs, but discipline is the key in everything you do, and hard work, because challenges will come, but you have to focus, remain focused. What you want to achieve in your life, you will get to that, because you know, nowadays most of the youth are involved in many things that is not helping them. But I believe self-discipline, you have to be more focused, and all in all, God first.
Nick, what do you expect finally at the next month's tournament?
Of course, I expect my team to win.
You already have a team, 7 players.
Yeah, I already have a team.
I thought you have some deficiencies. I joined.
Actually, I have access.
What's the name of your team?
Yeah, of course, it will be Lupus Kenya.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're expecting to be crowned champions. There's no prize money though.
Yeah, there's no prize money, but trophy. You see, there's that thing that comes with trophy. That's why, you see, I'm Arsenal fan. But that season, when Leicester won the league,
yeah,
our TV rights the income was high compared to the Leicester, the trophy and their income. So they go that. But you see, when it comes
to bring in matters Arsenal. And you know, Osoro Robert, coincidentally, all of them alongside James Tuma, they had Arsenal supporters. And the team is struggling. But at least they are proud to talk about
We are good now. We are doing good.
no, you can imagine.
We just trophy, but we are used to.
You can imagine being an Arsenal supporter and Tusker FC supporter.
No,
trophyless
But
this season.
you can imagine the kind of torture I go through.
But at least the cabinet is not completely dry. Tusker has some title.
Exactly.
They won double last season.
10 months ago.
10 months ago.
Yes.
Wanja, your last word finally, and a message to young ladies out there who think that, you know, sports is not meant for them. It's only main activity.
Actually, I'm also an Arsenal fan.
What? No one is supporting Nottingham Forest like I do.
Arsenal is a big team in the world, my friend. Big team.
It is.
Yes.
So, sports is always a good way to go to unite people and to bring people together and to do such an activity as creating awareness. So I'd love to invite everybody to come on board and help us with this journey of creating awareness. And on 25th November, see you at Utalii grounds, and come all of you and let's create awareness.
Come all of you and let's create awareness at the Utalii grounds next month, 26th of November. The tournament will be taking place. 7-a-side competition with regards to Lupus Kenya stroke KFUA, of course, coming up with a partnership that seeks to fight and create awareness among the people with the disease, but they are not probably aware. It's not something that is in the knowledge of public domain, so you might be suffering from it and you're not aware. But as you've heard, it's 26th of next month at the Utalii grounds. Gates open at 9 a.m. This is the touchline. It's been a pleasure having you on board, James, Nick, and Wanja. We shall be looking forward to have you and interact with you next time for further update on the same and probably the initiatives you look forward to have in future, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Good stuff. So, Robert?
We'll be right back, but for now we'll be listening to Abbas Mohammed, a former Kenyan goalkeeper. And remember, you can send your contributions to 22162 starting with the word touchline. We'll be right back.